for some time, I've been looking for a new game to play. Now, obviously, we play a lot of Call of Duty. We cover a lot of Call of Duty. We play other games and we cover other games as well. But on my free time, I have a lot of free time sometimes, and I want to use it to play other games and, you know, potentially make a story on another game or potentially make content around another game. And I feel like I hit a stump. I'll never say that gaming is dead or that gaming is worse now than it was before, because I think there's a lot of good games, a lot of cool games that are coming out now, and there's just so much to explore, so many different worlds to explore, and the love that's going behind a lot of these games, indie games, big party games and stuff like that, is beautiful and awesome. If you restrict yourself to like Call of Duty or like a sports game or something like that, and that's the only thing that you play, then it might get a little tough. It might feel like gaming is boring or gaming is dead, but you really got to open up your horizons. And I personally love story games, but I hit a stump in terms of like the games that I've been playing every day. Like on my PlayStation, I always have a few games downloaded: Cyberpunk, Red Dead Redemption, Spider-Man, FIFA, and some Call of Duty games. So those are always there. And then whatever else I'm playing at the moment, I'll download and I'll play and then delete. But those games are like my core games that are always there. And I just, going back to them year after year after year, it just kind of wears you out. And so I wanted a new open world game, that was maybe crime fighting, that set me maybe in a big area, kind of let me loose and allowed me to do whatever it is that I wanted to do. And I kept trying different games. I tried like Skyrim, I tried Dragon Age Veilguard, I tried Hogwarts Legacy. And for some reason or another, I wasn't able to fully get into them, specifically Hogwarts Legacy. Like I got 15 hours in and I kind of wanted to keep going, but I just don't know. I was kind of like, I'm feeling it, but then I'm not. I'm feeling it, but then I'm not. I wasn't sold on it. And then I watched the Game Ranks video talking about the top 20 best crime open world games of the past decade or something like that. And in that list was Far Cry 5. And look, I never been a huge fan of Far Cry. Not because I've played them and I've hated them, but because they've never really caught my attention all that much. I know Far Cry 3 was big. Far Cry Primal was something different, but they just never caught my attention. I like Ubisoft. I like their Assassin's Creed games, Ghost Recon games, and other stuff, but Far Cry just never really got into it. Now, a few years back, Far Cry 6 released, and I bought Far Cry 6. Pre-ordered it and everything. I was going to do a whole Let's Play on the channel because at that point in time, the channel was a Let's Play channel. And I did like the first one, like the first mission or something. And I quickly realized I didn't like it. I don't know. It felt generic. It felt like whatever they were trying to do, I have already seen it before. The characters weren't super duper enticing. My main characters, they weren't very unique either. Like the female character in Far Cry 6 was better in my opinion than the male character from what I played. And I don't know, I wasn't sold on it. I wasn't sold on the setting. I wasn't sold on the resistance fighting back against whatever was going on in that place. The villain, I hated it actually. It was just a bad time. So from then on, I just thought to myself, you know what, maybe Far Cry isn't for me, and that's fine. Far Cry can be for you guys or for other people, maybe not for me. There's games that I like that you don't like and stuff like that. So there's obviously a lot to choose from when it comes to the gaming department. And I just kind of closed the door on Far Cry. But when I saw that Game Ranks video talking about Far Cry 5, and it said some stuff that I was like, hold up, this actually looks pretty interesting. Cultist, build a resistance to fight those cultists, Montana, and you're a U.S. Marshal. That I was sold. And to be quite honest, I was particularly sold on the aspect of being in the United States, playing in a town in the United States, playing in Montana. For some reason, it called to me. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I'm a fucking cowboy or anything like that, but I love the Yellowstone series. And some of you guys might say, well, that depicts Montana in a good way or it depicts it in a bad way. But I like all these Westerns. I love Western movies, Western shows and stuff like that. And a lot of the times these places are filmed or shot in Montana, or Montana's a big talking point. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'd actually love to be in Montana in a video game. And the mountains, the little neighborhoods, the American flag, everything just felt so fucking American. You know, it felt USA. And the cultists, you know, they seem crazy. They seem, you know, they're the cultists that use God as a way to do their own crazy shit. They use God as a way to kind of like allow themselves to do really bad things and say that it's in the name of God. And the concept really, really called to me. When I open up the game, there's a little menu, obviously, before you enter the game, and there's a music that plays. And the little music that plays is so damn good. To me, I know maybe this isn't as important, but to me, the soundtrack, the music of a video game really carries it, really gives it a different feel. Some games, as good as they are, wouldn't be as good as they are if it wasn't for their music. I'll take The Last of Us, for example. That little guitar in The Last of Us is insane. It is one of the greatest soundtracks that I've ever heard in any media. And so Far Cry 5 has a very I would say similar-ish track to the Last of Us one. It's kind of like it's very, I don't know, if you listen to it long enough, it kind of sounds like it's portraying something massive, something powerful, something spiritual. And I don't know, I just really like the soundtrack. And I just played it. I just said, you know what, let me play this. And I played it, and the way that it started, it almost started like a documentary about this town that had gotten overrun by cultists and nobody was helping, and the cultists got so big that they basically took over this whole entire thing. And now the cultists are run by the Seed family, and they got like shrines about them, and they're everywhere, and these people are going insane. I mean, there's so much to do. Like I cannot and will not be able to explain everything here, but there's so much to do. And just the cutscenes and the vibe that the game gave me was much better than, for example, Far Cry 6 or any other Far Cry game that I have tried. I mean, it is awesome. The acting is very good. The music in the cinematics is very good. The way that these cultists pissed me off, to be honest, they gave me a purpose. Because if you're not really sold on the game and you're not sold on the idea of what you're supposed to do in the game, then there's no point in playing the game because it's going to be boring to me. I'm not going to want to do it. But I hate these cultists because they think they're hot shit, and I don't think that they are. Now I'm building this resistance, and I'm growing it, and I'm meeting people, and I'm meeting other people that want to be saved, or other people that need my help, and then we help them, and then they join our resistance, and then we take out the cultists, and I love it. And there's a feature here, and I know that this feature is in other Far Cry games, but you can like hire someone that you save, and they can kind of be with you for the whole, like for the game, or you can get a couple other people, so you have like teammates and stuff. And I found this one guy, and he was the first person I saved, and it told me that I could hire him. So I hired him, and he's been with me for hours. Like, I don't want to let him go. I don't want him to die. I know he's no, like, one of the main character story guys that you can get to be on your team. He's just like a random NPC that you found, but that's my that's my guy. That's my teammate, and I'm never gonna replace him. So I really hope that he doesn't die, because I want him with me through the remainder of my journey in Montana and my journey in Far Cry 5. He's just my buddy. So hopefully I'm able to unlock the other tiers, and we can get another 2 more people, because if it's 4 of us, we're taking out any fucking cultist. Like, no problem, you know? Another point that I've really enjoyed in this game is, obviously, it's an open world game, and there's so much going on besides what I'm doing. Like, I could be kind of walking around looking for something to do, and then there's cultists getting chased by other resistance members, or there's like a person walking in the woods and a freaking cougar comes out and attacks it, and maybe I'm riding to a destination and there's like this big old fight going on at a gas station next to me. I mean, there is chaos erupting throughout this entire town. The resistance is fighting against the cult heavily, and there's always something going on. The biggest fear that I have, though, during my time in Far Cry is getting burnt out. Some of these missions and some of these things do feel like checking off a box. Like, it's going to get repetitive potentially if I try to do every single side mission, every single encounter, every single main mission. I don't want it to become a slog or a task. I want to continue to enjoy it freely, you know, and that's just one of the fears that I have. But honestly, Far Cry 5 has been a revelation to me. Now, I do believe that this game came out about 7 years ago. So it's a long time, but the game holds up very well. The graphics are good. I'm playing on the PS5. The gunplay is good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it, you know. And then I know Call of Duty has talked about potentially doing an open world game kind of like Far Cry. Seeing what Far Cry really is, I don't think Call of Duty could do it, man. I really don't. I don't think that they'd be able to put in the details that a game like this would need, you know, for it to be Call of Duty. I don't think that would ever happen. But Far Cry 5 is a great game. I know I'm 7 years freaking late, but I'm enjoying it now. And if you've never played it, this is a game that you should definitely check out. I mean, Far Cry 5. And right now, I mean, if you have one of the PlayStation tiers, you know, you can get it for free, basically. I just downloaded it. It was free for me. So again, it's just a blast. I want to continue to see what's going on. And if we could potentially do some lore videos on the Seed family and the cults and stuff like that. So I'm already thinking about what we could do. What type of lore videos can we bring from the Far Cry 5 world? Potentially, that's an idea. I guess we'll have to wait and see.